This is my very patient husband, Nikki, who is not only recording me, but he is my audience member this evening. This evening, I will be going over The Other Westmore, which is the book that was assigned to all incoming freshmen for One Book, One University. The Other Westmore was based on two men's lives that were very similar, but very different because of the different decisions that were made by themselves and by their family members. The other Westmore is who I'll be focusing on this evening. The other Westmore that is in prison. I feel like we had some similarities in our lives that really talked to me, really spoke to me, and really were a way for me to connect with him and wonder what if I would have made a different decision? What if I would have made bad decisions that would have led me to places that I wouldn't want to be today? One striking resemblance that I see is a single family home. Now I know that's a lot of people have single family homes. My mother, though, moved us from the south side of Chicago when we were very young to Dyer, Indiana. She did not want us to live in an impoverished area. She wanted to make sure that we had the best schooling, that we had the best upbringing that we possibly could, away from anything that could be dangerous or that could hinder us anyway in life. She had to work as a result of that. She worked many, many hours. I was home quite often by myself. Not only was I home by myself, but I had my younger brother and sister that looked up to me that I had to take care of, that were very much a part of my responsibility, which I feel like I can connect with Tony with, because Tony felt such a strong responsibility for Wes. Even though Tony was making these poor decisions, Tony was doing things in his life that maybe were not the best things for him. He wanted to make sure that his brother was not doing these same things. I, being a child, being left alone with quite a few responsibilities, was maybe didn't make the best decisions. Maybe I did some things that probably weren't the best for myself, but I did feel very strongly that my brother and sister did make the best decisions, so I do feel that way. Some ways that I don't feel like I was the same or had the connection that with Westmore that I was very lucky, privileged to have, was I did grow up in Dyer. I grew up in a very safe area. I grew up in an area that, yes, drugs are prevalent, but they are not on the streets and shown the way they are maybe where he was living. So I didn't have to really worry about drugs. They didn't affect me the same way that they affected him. Another thing that I feel very similar or different was I didn't ever have to worry about where my clothes were coming from. I didn't have to worry if I was going to have nice things or have anything. I was very well taken care of in that aspect. And one thing that I do find that we have in common, but not in common, is when my life was really just not going the right way. I was making poor decisions. I was doing things that could have been detrimental to my life. I got pregnant with my first son. I had him when I was 20 years old, and I feel like had I not maybe had my son, maybe I wouldn't have made the best decisions. Maybe I would have maybe struggled more in my life, where even though he did have children, they didn't change him as dramatically as my son changed me and really made me grow up and made me a better person, made me responsible. All of these things that are similar, they're different, they all made me think, what if? What if I had made those decisions? What if I had gone to jail? What if I would have experimented more or done the things that maybe would have been more detrimental to my future? That is something that I feel like every person should really ask themselves, really focus on, because it's never too late. You're always making decisions. Every decision that you make in life can affect your future, and you have to really think that, especially when you have children and have to take on that responsibility. Thank you for your time. Again, my name is Julia Lynham, and I can't wait to hear everyone else's speech. Have a great night. So I forgot to show that Nikki was the one videotaping me the entire time he was here. He got to listen to the entire speech about 20 times.